Hello there, and welcome back to episode 8 of Symphonia, my wonderful little city in Songs of SYX version 65. So today it is the day of fishery, because I really don't know how we're supposed to get ourselves food on the table. Furthermore, it is by now that we have two fully fledged pastures. We have a grain farm, we have a running cotton farm, and while we are designing our fisheries, we will be easily cashing in some nice profits from these industries. So, I've been doing some thinking, just like I wanted to, and I figured that the fishing complex will go into this direction. The whole shoreline here, I want to reserve it for now for the pumps and the canals. I don't know yet how I'm going to do this eventually, but I want to reserve this plot here for further agricultural plants. Whatever. It is really important for me that we are going to go on over here and do our fishing things there. So step one, we're going to go and create ourselves a bit of a road going down that way. It's a straight road because the pasture wall is straight too, but after that it's going to lose its straightness. There we go. Let's make it a bit wider, just like that. A little bit only, not much. So another thing that we can do against our food situation, or to improve on our food situation, I should rather say, is technology. There is spoilage that we can research, but obviously, oh, I need to research paved road first. Oh, I didn't even know that we haven't had that unlocked yet. Jeez. Anyways, we got new researchers on the field. It's all gonna be fine. So we're going to authorize 10 more people here and assign 6 of them into the laboratory. This way we'll be churning out for sure enough technology points to research our first technology against spoilage. The people of Symphonia are really fed off with losing so much of their food that they're creating, so we're doing something against that. This will improve our stockpile size, which will also improve the happiness of our city. So it's going to be taking a bit of a time until I will revisit the mountain city. It's the year 617 by now, and our farm is our mine is churning out 35 pieces this year. Last year it has been 29, so we are on our course. I don't know yet what kind of workshop I will put in here. I do think it's gonna be a smelter. We'll see about that. Our own metal production for sure sounds nice though, doesn't it? But I'm getting ahead of myself. Today, the Symphlonians are building a new road from the northern marketplace going off over to the new fishery. The new fishery, let's see what we're doing about that. It is in so far really important, and as it is the income of food for our Dorian folks. But as I do see here, that's a new one. So this place is worse for fishing than I originally thought. Is there any? These are new to me. It's as if I have never seen them before. So did this change only recently? Well, okay, we're going to try this out. I have no clue what I see here. So fisherman 2, the amount of fishermen only gets increased by the amount of fishing things, so we can increase it like that. Let's see. Can we put it down like that? Is that legible? We'll see. Yeah, so version 65 is sporting changes again that I haven't seen yet. So we're going to go and do this like that. I mean, this sounds really awesome, as this would mean that we can get our fishing business here down the line. Ah, yeah, here. Area is not connected. So, yeah. We cannot put down anything because our fishery is not connected to these spots. The game always behaves weird if it is like that. I think this should fix it. Here we need to go to these. So obviously we cannot pick up those. Alright, so let's see. Auxiliaries should be... Now they work again. You see? That's the whole deal here. Are you kidding me? That little auxiliary bin is all we need. Anyway, 10 fishermen here. I really think the shape is extremely odd, but whatever, it works out. I'm very sorry that I sound so confused, because I am. I haven't seen fisheries work like that before, but I mean, I approve. It is pretty cool, because that means we can have these little areas here. I think the next fishery I can make much smaller than that one. I think this is massively oversized with the options that we have right now, but let's leave it like that. I could swear that fishing was working entirely different when I did the last tutorial series. Anyways, benches, my friends, benches. I wanted to do that a while ago, and now we finally got the sweet furniture for that. So benches come in different sizes here, and well, we can't place benches into rooms, sadly, but well, we're gonna be putting some benches in front of these homes. It should be something fitting here, you know. I don't think I need a bench right next to the hearth. That sounds not too amazing. But how about a bench right next to the pasture gate? Same here. Something scenic, something atmospheric. There we go. So that should... oh, wait a sec. That one is terrible. Hey, wait a sec. That's a room? Okay. So, yeah, the arrow is pointing that way. You only see it after placing it down. Oh, or if you know what you're looking for, you're able to see it. Anyways. We need a place to store the fish, and we're going to have a fetch crate for fish down here too, so the Dorian marked food stall is able to pick that up. They love that stuff. We are going to assign a bit of that here as well, as we now have a crate size that is way more powerful. We can easily assign a few fish crates here. Let's see. We totally don't need that many veg crates here. One of them is more than enough. We're hardly harvesting any. So, just with that upgrade, our warehouse got way more powerful. I like that. Alright. Let's check back with our production versus consumption rate. It is absolutely fine. We can take in 10 more people. We don't need to worry about that. It's the other way around. These 10 people will be the new fishers for Symphonia. We need them. Alright, so let's check back on our industries. The pastures are amazingly productive now. That's really cool. I think I want a third one at some point later down the road, but not for now. Ah, the benches. Here we go. Just chill out in front of your home and watch that beautiful shrine. Here's some to chill out after after your work or what. Don't know. There's plenty of room for more of these decorations, but let's see. Yeah, slowly filling the bench need. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Let's see. In this side of the city, we can totally set one up here. Like this, the benches in the alley. And maybe one here in front of the lavatory. You know, if you have to wait, at least you can wait while you're sitting. I like the idea of that. This will also fulfill the needs of our people, so it's a wonderful thing. Here near the hearth, I think that people would use them, but, well, it doesn't make thematically any sense to me to place a bench right next to the hearth. Okay. Our little adventure here is also producing a lot of timber that we can use now in the upcoming years, days, whatever. And that's our fishery. I really want to try for the next one how low I can get that footprint. Here we have way more land leading into the leading onto the ground than we actually needed. I think I could have expanded the amount of fishers working here by a ton with some more smart working here. The amount of wood necessary is also very, very negligible. So that means fishers can be really put up very fast now. I do like that change. Very much so. So, the cow people, the Orok boys, need a new home. Alright, so we're going to put up an apartment here. I just wondered for a moment if we're going to build stone or wood still. But I figured we're going to stick with wood. Yes, it would be really an upgrade and all to build with stone, but this is the northern agricultural part of the city. I imagine that people here have wooden houses. Stone houses come, if anywhere, in the center of the city first. You know, where the wealth is accumulating, where the carpenters are doing their thing, where the export people are counting their denarii, where the throne is nearby, all those things. Anyways, I think that little apartment here should do the trick. But tell you what, we're going to build one on the other side as well, for the sake of symmetry, and I personally want to have... Oh no, I didn't... Nah, it works out fine. It just looked wrong for a moment there. And it's again pointing to the wrong direction. You fools! There we go. So this looks like an amazing little residential area. Let's see. I have literally no clue how many benches it does need to please the people, but here we see the Dorians, they don't know of anything of those benches there. Probably need to put up some of those later as well, but the fisheries of Cephalonia are in business. So let's build right there another one that is more utilitaristic or more pragmatic. So we're going to go just like that, only along the shoreline. I want to see how far I can make it this way by just having this kind of worm-like construction. So yeah, it doesn't really get that much better, in all honesty. It's just pretty much samey, but yeah, the footprint of that whole thing is smaller. It is smaller. We're still using 10. We're still hosting 10 people here, but maybe this place is just not too rich in fish. I don't know. Either way, I do know one thing: we do need more than just one of these fisheries. So we're going to draw a nice line over here, and 10 more fishermen get authorized here, and we got our next nobleman. So story-wise, I'd say this honor goes now to one of our Dorians, because maybe one cleaner, a cleaner one. Yeah, well, they're working in the mine; they're all dirty, so we give up on that. We look for one Dorian, Dragon Stike Ferre. Okay, so this guy will be, of course, the master treasurer, because we do have that production so high in the that production is so important for our city that I totally want to assign one Dorian noble right from the bat. I think this is very, very necessary and reflects the friendship between humans and Dorians in Cephalonia. We also brought them fish, so we're at least working on that. Let's see how well that'll work. What's for sure, the Dorians do appreciate having a nobleman among their ranks. This does increase the happiness of the city a lot. And, I mean, we're killing two birds with one stone here. As a matter of fact, this does help us in another way, as we will now gain more Sithalan without employing too many people. So next year, we're actually going to really just employ one more worker, because we're going to increase the quota that easily that we don't need to worry about that any much. Alrighty. So checking back with our income, we have a daily production of fish, 10 pieces. That ain't much, so each fisher produces one fish. That's it. So upgrading these blokes does cost us not much. Again, no technology needed. Wonderful. So that's a 50% increase of productivity. I think that is a really, really meaningful increase. One that we will notice. So, the year 17 is the year of the fish. We brought up 2 fisheries in that time. And check out these guys. They got little boats now. That's new as far as I remember. I'm seeing that for the very first time. Love this. So, there we go. 10 more fishermen employed. We're of course going to upgrade that right away. And let's check that our janitor is capable of reaching there. So, technically that part of the fishery could degrade. We'll have to monitor this. I don't think that this will be any trouble, but we'll see. I mean, a smidge of degradation won't kill the city. Not at all. Alright, let's recruit another Dorian. Let's fill up the ranks with more of these fine gentlemen. And I think if this has taught me anything, then that it is quite easy for us to increase on our fishing output. So we could practically go for another one of these here, huh? Let's check with that. As you see here, we're really meaning it. We're in for the fish. So let's see if we can connect that back to the home body. All right, perfect. So here we got now a nice little connection. Put that back on the main land. Put down a few auxiliaries, the storage, and here goes. 15 fishermen can find their work here. Storage of 186, that should suffice. It's way more than they can produce. But yeah. Alright. So that new industry does have 2 advantages. For one, we have a new income of food. And for another thing, we are making the Dorian populace very, very happy with that. So, double win. Let's see if the food stall is in the vicinity of that warehouse still. No, it ain't. So we got to do something here as well, and that is a fetch chest for fish, because we might not... Alright, the Melanip people want to trade with us again. I have to decline. My overlords have forbidden me to trade with you. You might look nice, but they told us that you aren't nice. Politics, in a nutshell. Anyways. So we have all these things settled down. And we're going to authorize the next fisher boys into Cephalonia. So Cephalonian fishing industry came up out of nothing, basically, and conquered the industries quite quickly. I mean, we don't have now an insane amount of fisheries going on, but from one year to another, we went from 0 to 34 people. So I'd say good job, Syphlonia. You guys bang on. I authorized more people, so we have a steady rate of odd jobbers available, and I hope that, let's see, the access to preferred food for the Dondorians is steadily striving upwards. So let's slap another upgrade on these, and let's check back with our production. So the fish production is almost reaching the ratio of our pastures, which is a pretty decent result. After all, we have a nobleman increasing the production of the pastures. So Syphlonia is on a really, really good spot. I'm somewhat tempted to go now for yet another fishery enterprise. And tell you what, I would love to do it, but we're not going to do it, because that would now be ultimately the point where our janitor would be out of range. I don't want to go too much into the northern areas here, where, well, let's check it out. I know one thing. Groundwater. So we should be perfectly capable of putting down pumps up here without being bothered too much. Well, let's leave it like that for now. Let's not get too greedy. I mean, it would be really nice to have more fish, but it is what it is. And so ends the year 17 and year 18 begins. It is again time for the Syphilon tax. Our friends from the guild must be very, 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 very happy these days. We're sending ever larger amounts of Syphilon back to them, and our diplomatic relations are pretty sound. I mean, it's almost a worth of 40,000 denarii that we're exporting this year. Almost 40,000. This is such a big number. We really get more and more value out of this mine. So let's check out. Our estimate for this year is so much higher that I'm actually not employing any new people into the mine. We're going to leave that for the next year. This is simply not necessary to have more here, as we have just so much here going on that we totally can't do. So we're going to set these homes up now for Dondorians only, and I really hope that the homelessness issue down here in the mountain is resolved soon. They should be picking up new homes very, very soon. For some reason, some humans have picked up the homes in the mountain, so I would assume that the human-Dondorian friendship is really working out, if they're even trying out the Casa the Mountain, and whatever. I really don't know how this worked out for them. I just know that we have an increase now in homelessness. So, let's see. It's humans being homeless. So the staged people, they require a home too. So we're going to change that by providing them some housing on this side here. This is turning slowly into sort of a home, and I'm going to go and put some houses right next to the mountain entrance. So we have a situation going on like that here. Proper medieval village vibes, you know. I'm really trying my best here. So I imagine that these people, they're building their houses where they like to, as the mining area is not one where things are defined too much, adjusted too much. Alright, so probably we need more Dondorian homes too. Well, let's see. I mean, I could fit them into the mountain, I suppose. But, well, how would that look? Not too great. So, extreme temperature alert. Not too worried about that. So we're... tell you what we're going to do. We're going to excavate nice little... or no, we're not. That's not a good job. So, I'm really wondering a wee bit where I'm going to put in new apartments, you know. It ain't that easy. But I think we can easily excavate the ones here right next to the workshop to be. That will be one place where they'll like to stay. Alright. So, I want the Dorians also to have really good apartments, you know? Good standard of living. So they all get these tiny apartments. Ones that give you a bunch of... give you a nice private feeling. I mean, technically, as far as I know, there's no real benefit anymore to the small houses, sadly. But practically, I feel like I owe them as much. But we see that the homelessness is no longer focused around the mines. That means the Dorians have picked up that area. But the homelessness is now centered around the humans. Let's see if we have another case up here. Yeah, just like I thought. So, the farm people need new homes. But I mean, I'm really happy. This is just the people that we have approved lately, moving on in here for real, and having their life working out here, having their house and all. That's a good thing. Alrighty. So our fabric production is being eaten up entirely by the tailor. We have an insane consumption of that, but we got a positive production of clothing. That is some really good news. So we're going to put up another export depot, because that means we got... Everybody has the clothing they want. I'll keep it up with two sheets of clothing. We could amp that up as well, but not as yet. Not yet. We don't need to go that extreme. Instead, we're going to make sure that the overproduction, should it grow to extreme, will be beneficial for us. So we're going to sell away the top 20% of our production. And let's see where this will develop from here. So let's check back with our homelessness issues. Down here, the southern mountain outpost is working out fine. Up here we have now a bit of a homelessness issue with the fishers and the farmers, but I bet that the new longhouses that we ordered should resolve that problem in no time. Right. There we go. Ordering a few more now that it is clear that we're expanding this area one way or another. The pump workers will need to live up here as well, and that will just make up a lot more population pressure just in the next few years. So let's amp that up. It'll make everybody happier in the long run. And that is pretty much the end of today's episode already. What a tragedy. But I'm really happy that we got now a real nice income on those fisheries. We still need to learn something about preservation, as with our current production rates, we should have a steady increase of stockpiles, but we don't. That is all the spoilage to blame. So I'm going to research that another time, but this will only get us so far. Now then, good friends, leave me your comments down below, and thanks a lot for watching. I deeply appreciate you hanging out with me, and of course, leave a thumbs up if you enjoyed, to show the algorithm that you did, and subscribe if you like this channel, and if you want to stay updated. Just do that thing, and you'll support me, and you'll just get a notification whenever new stuff from my site drops. You can also check out the description box full with goodies, among this my Discord server, my Twitch channel where I stream each Sunday evening in the Middle European time zone, and also PayPal, Patreon, and Buy Me a Coffee. I deeply appreciate everybody supporting the channel. You guys are really helping me and my family out a lot, and I very much appreciate. And a big thanks to you watching this video until the very end. You went through all the ad rolls and whatnot. Really appreciate it, and I hope you had a good time. And I'm looking forward to see you folks next time, when we're going to see what next level awaits Symphonia. Catch you all there, and have a wonderful time.